Whoa, hey, whoa, see, whoa, oh, well, hey, I come and stand up on volcano sound and I burn me ganja pipe. Babylon come and tell me that no right. Me say me burn it and pass it on the right. Me say them coming and them look underneath it. Them say, hey, natty dreadlocks, where you come from? You must have two stick of sensei under your thumb. Me say, no, officer, Lord, you must be mad. He only smokes cigarette and strictly shack. Oh, whoa, see, whoa, ooh, eh.
What up? What are y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Friday? I'm gonna hit this ball a little bit and we'll get to it, okay? Because I gotta be hot for this. I gotta be zooted and booted, baby, okay?
Hey, under me sense, me under me sense, under me sense, me under me sense, under me sense, me under me sense, under me sense, me under me sense. Whoa, see, whoa, 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 hey. All over me, Babylon does all over me. All over me, Babylon does all over me. Them no ramp with me, I strictly sensei. All over me, Babylon does all over me. Oh no, oh no. See, all over me, Babylon does all over me. Take them all over me, Babylon does all over me. All over me, wicked man does all.
All right. Sierra, oh my God, put the weed down. You're online. I know, I'm coming. I'm getting my shit together. What's good, y'all? What's good? It's been a little minute, you know. I be just doing my thing. I'll be in my own universe, okay? It's not even my own star system, it's my own universe, you know? So, we have a live to review today. Okay? Now, per my instrucciones, before we get to the instructions, if you made it this far and you clicked on it, then we obviously cool. So you can go ahead and like the video for me. Thank you. Okay. And if you come across this and you're new here, please subscribe. Turn on all your notifications. Okay, we trying to get to 1K. We trying to do a big up in here. Y'all heard Lionel today. We got goals. Y'all know I got a song written about me. Child, they up here writing songs about me in Africa. Yeah. Woo! I can't wait to tell my ancestors this. Lord, who would have thought? Who would have thought? So, today, let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Mary Jane Doe, Ali, Pink Linus in the house. Hey, girl. Hey, what's good? So, I'm gonna keep it a bean and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did not want to review this in this particular live, right? I didn't want to review it. I was like, nah, I don't want to do it because the way it looks and it's gonna look and eh, eh. But I had such a big um reaction to it when I watched it, right? I was like, this is so deep. Like, I don't know if people understand how deep the multi-layered psychology of the situation is. And I'm going to say a lot of like high stoner shit right now. And that's cool, but I'm going to make a lot of sense though. I don't have, now, look, I don't have no kind of degree. Disclaimer. I ain't got no kind of degree in psychological, sociology, none of that. Human behavior, none of that. Okay? Okay? I ain't got, I ain't been nobody's college. Okay? Nobody's classroom for none of this. I took home ec, early child education, cosmetology. Okay? I didn't take, this is not my forte. But since we're here, I do know a little bit of something. Now, maybe what the psychology background or psychological information I do know is, rooted in true crime and a lot of Criminal Mind episodes. Thank you, Dr. Spencer Reed. Okay, so I'm gonna Spencer Reed this shit for y'all. And not only am I gonna Spencer Reed this shit for y'all, but I'm also going to be as non-biased as I can. Okay? Take that with a grain of salt, because, your girl human. But I'm going to try to look at it objectively as I can. And the reason I want to put it like that and say it like that is because I had to listen to this live before I decided to review this live. Okay? Now, the rules. The rules. This live comes with rules, okay? Usually I'm fuck the rules. I'm all like rebellious about it, but this live comes with 2 rules. One rule that I not review it within 24 hours of it being posted. Cool, got it. No problem. No problem, sir. And y'all are waiting and wondering what is she gonna do, bro? Okay. Let me stop sharing the screen, the playlist. Okay. And this thing here, boy. Now, I do know that they are currently live as we speak, or they was before I set up the computer. That's just happenstance, okay? Give y'all a behind the scenes. Them soul ties. Them soul ties run deep, okay? Now, this was like yesterday, so it's a lot. And I'm going to try to be non-biased. I really am. I'm going to try. And I'm going to try to give this a good go, okay? Because to be honest with you, I don't know if they're putting on because they know people gonna talk shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's that kind of situation or if it's a situation where this is how they really are. Because this is a lot. Okay? Alright, y'all. Here we go. Here we go.
Tiny bit better today, guys. Still a little sick from that whole 19 thing that hit me, but I did wake up today feeling a little bit better. So I told you if I felt better.
Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's good, because I was worried, you don't want germs flying everywhere. Non-biased here, non-biased. Okay.
Better today, there would be a show. And today we're talking a Sebastian Rogers recap. We're going to be talking a little bit about Doomsday Mom, Lori Vallow.
She's crazy.
Okay. She's crazy. Okay. That's it. That's all we had to say about her. The
DELPHI. Can y'all hear me good? I didn't even notice. I didn't have my mic like normally where it's at. So let me know if y'all can hear me good. I don't want to be like super loud, but I want to be loud enough. Right? We good? Sound good? Sound good? We good? Let me know in the chat. And I'm going to keep going here.
Five murders, Richard Allen's confessions, and his statements that he gave to the police. Also, we want to touch in on BRYAN KOHBERGER. So we're going to be talking a little bit about everything, all of it. You name it, we're talking about it here today with you beautiful people.
Automatically. First thing I see, she playing with her hair. And I don't know. This is the weird thing with people, right? Not just her, not just him, but just people in general. Human behavior, right? People have tells, right? And there's a lot of different things going on. Let me just keep playing.
But first, PJ, what should they do? Hit the like button. Hit the damn like button, people. Hit the damn like button. Put your DNA all over it, just in case what? You go missing in the hills of Tennessee. And I know what you're thinking. Dolly ain't from Tennessee, but you could go missing there. And don't make me make it happen. Okay? Don't make me make it happen. So leave that DNA.
She gave him a weird look. When I first watched this, I was like, why she look at him like that? She knew he was going to say something wild. That was crazy.
On the like button. If you're brand new, feel free to sub up, ring the bell for notifications.
And when I say crazy, I don't mean crazy like crazy. I mean crazy like I'm fascinated. Like it tickles my fascination feathers. Like this is a problem I can't solve, if that makes sense. Okay? Let me know when my nerd is showing.
And share my ugly face and PJ's beautiful face anywhere that you like. Okay? Anywhere you like.
Genuine. That was
except
genuine.
For people at Walmart.
The little pat, that was genuine.
Can't share it on people at Walmart. All right. We ain't been shopping at Walmart. We've been going to Target. Okay.
Gotta be at Walmart.
Target.
We've been going to Target. So don't share it there. Don't share it there. So what case do you want to kick in first with, PJ?
Really
Thank you, Chris.
DELPHI.
DELPHI. Okay.
I flip-flop so much on DELPHI that I'm like, I need somebody to stabilize me.
Okay. All right. Well, last night I did do a little stream for about an hour and a half, and we went over a little bit of.
A lot of people are passionate about DELPHI, just like they're passionate about Karen Reed and things, but or true crime in general. But I don't know. I'm not passionate like that. Like I like seeing the justice system do its thing, and I like, seeing both sides of the prosecution and the defense, and even the jury. I like to see that whole justice system process work. It's very interesting, and the history behind it too, like how we got that from Britain, right? So but passionate, some cases, not these though.
DELPHI, Richard Allen, when he was first interviewed by the police. Now, when he was first interviewed,
he's fully innocent, didn't do nothing at all.
Do what?
You still think he's innocent, didn't do anything?
I mean, I'm leaning towards he's innocent, right? I mean, when he gave his statements last night, his first statements to the police, he didn't have his arms crossed, he didn't have his face down, he wasn't laying on the table.
He was holding on to his ankle like he was holding on for dear life.
I mean, because he was sitting with his legs crossed. Sometimes,
he was literally he literally gripped his ankle for dear life.
What was he supposed to do? He's sitting there being accused of murdering kids.
Yeah, and the chair was kind of probably uncomfortable. I think they're talking about Richard Allen right here. The chair was probably uncomfortable. So I don't know why to PJ she think that's like a big tale. Like, oh my God. Like sometimes people sit like that when the cushion ain't good. Like I'll move around in my seat too. So I don't know.
He's telling him, hey, I didn't do it.
He hadn't been though.
Well, he said, look, he told the cop, I don't need to see anything you got because I know that's bullshit. I'm not worried about what your papers say. I knew my bullet wasn't there. I wasn't there. Well, he said he was at the bridge, but he said he wasn't anywhere around the girls. He never seen the girls.
But then
now, spoiler alert. I'm gonna listen to it when they get to it, but I don't. Okay, opinion on the Delphi. I don't think they got the right dude. Either he knows something or he involved some kind of way, but I don't think he did it. Because the dude that was on the bridge had a whole different demeanor, had a whole different swag, a whole different walk. Their voices don't even sound the same, but let's continue.
He says that the only people he can remember is the pretty girls he walked by.
I needed affordable therapy that fit my head.
Y'all don't pay me for that. Okay? Y'all don't pay me for that.
Later, right? Once he was incarcerated and they were torturing him
No,
in the jail.
no, it was one of
Okay.
the interviews. I don't know what interview you watch, but there's like 3 hours worth. And at some point there at the end where he gets real frisky, he starts like bucking. It's weird. And then did you see the part where his wife comes in and she says,
No, we didn't watch that. We didn't
okay, well
watch that.
that's real telling to me because she's clear as day upset because
Now, throughout this live, PJ is hyper focused on Richard Allen's wife. And later down, when we get to Lori Daybell, she's focused on this lady that I guess her husband was dating or talked to or something. And PJ's hyper focused on that. But, you know, we just getting our feet wet. How y'all doing in the chat? Y'all with me? All right, let's ride.
she just got done telling the police that he had walked through the park, but that he didn't go on the bridge. And then they go and tell her, hey, he lied to you. He did go on the bridge. And so she comes in to confront him because that's how they have him set up. They basically have him set up to be caught. And she walks in and she's like, you didn't tell me that you weren't on the bridge. And
I thought that was a phone call.
no, that was a real like face-to-face.
Okay. Well, he told her he did go on the bridge.
After that, he said he didn't tell her that he didn't go on the bridge. Basically, he just straight up, and she's like, no, I know you.
It's like the fact that Richard Allen lied to his wife is enough to convince PJ that he's a killer. I said what I said.
You didn't tell me that.
Okay. Well, we'll jump into a little bit of the phone confession, the prison confession phone calls. How about that?
I still can't grasp that the voice that, and thank God for Michelle Watts, she put the two voices together because it's been edited. That was my main issue with the stuff that we heard when he went
To me, he don't sound like the bridge guy.
I think it sounds exactly
Me
like
either.
And I mean, who's the best voice expert on YouTube?
actually, I'm more of a voice expert than you are, honestly.
What?
Just saying.
What?
I think she.
Okay, why he jump like that? Why did he jump? What? I ain't never. That was kind of I don't know. This is a very effeminate Jimmy for me. No shade, but the man I met had a little more masculinity than this. No shade, no shade.
I
I
don't
can tell you
know.
when jet lag's calling.
I mean, you may get a couple people
I
down
can tell you
this.
when every other person that you know that's calling is calling also.
I think I'm a better voice expert.
I
If
don't
we
know.
had a contest right now and let people call in and we guess their voices,
I
I
guarantee
guarantee.
you I would get.
You see what she made at when she sucked her cheeks in and she tilted her head to the side? She felt some kind of way. She was like, "Oh, you okay, okay." And I'm not a psychologist, so I can't tell you if this is healthy or not, right? But she seems to enjoy this banter, and it gets progressively more interesting. But he don't seem like he really into it. He just playing into it to appease her, to get her goat, to rile her up. Almost like foreplay in a way. Just, it is what it is.
That's every single one that you would guess.
I don't think you would.
I guarantee you I would.
I don't think you would. I mean, I've been listening to people's voices for 8 straight years.
Yeah.
And I haven't that long, and I could still tell you who everybody is.
Damn.
You pretty calm. You
I'm
want to bet some
150
money?
I would bet money.
We
on
will.
it.
Damn. Damn. the way she cut that look at him, and the way she's so sure. I don't know if I would look at my significant other, like, even if we were having a heated conversation, I wouldn't be like, oh, so you think, I don't know. Not like that.
We'll bet a pack of M&Ms. Okay, we'll take some calls later and we'll guess who the callers are. How about that?
He playing. He said a pack of M&M. He playing. He on the hee ha ha. He trying to get her to loosen up and just laugh about it and be like, oh, okay, yeah. But she for real. She mean business. She's for real, for real.
And I bet you I can pick them.
Okay.
You think you can beat me?
Damn.
I know I can. Come to Turtle Island tonight.
She said, oh, I know I can. But you gotta lay beside him. Like, I'm confused. I ain't never seen in my life. I ain't never seen no couple act like this. Is this not weird, y'all? This gotta be weird. This is not. I mean, they probably think it's cute. And the turtles probably think it's cute too. What else they gonna think? They better not think nothing else. They gonna get blocked. So, you know, I don't think they're aware how this look. I really don't. But I'm gonna tell you.
And I'll tell you who everybody is that's calling and who they're calling for.
Damn. So she can read minds.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning?
She a mind reader now. She know who the caller is and who they're gonna call in to vote for or save or kick or whatever. But Turtle Island not rigged. Okay. 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 Got it. Got it. Got it.
Because you're used to hearing that. Because you're sitting there
Yeah,
listening
you're
to it
used to
every
hearing
night.
everybody that you talk to, Rose, Doug, like literally, you don't think I can tell them people?
Ooh. Look at her face, bro. Do he ever watch these back? He should watch this one back. Because she is talking. Okay. Let's break this down. She's talking about the voices that call in to an online show for an imaginary game on an imaginary island of an imaginary turtle named Hector to her boyfriend's internet personality. She feel like this. How?
I can tell you all them people.
But I don't think it sounds like him. I don't see if
I
we
don't
can.
know. I kind of saw a smirk there. I kind of saw a smirk. Low-key, I kind of saw a smirk. I ain't even gonna act like I didn't. I kind of saw a smirk like she doing this to put on. Like she being extra combative with him because I don't know, maybe that's the persona she want to put off, or maybe she figured that's what people want to see. See, this shit is they can't be real. This can't be real life. It can't be really like this. I mean, they say they are, but how could you be like this and be comfortable? That's all. I just want to know, like, how we comfortable?
Can tell all these people that call in, why do we have a difference in who it is?
What do you mean?
Like you think it's
you heard it
you
for a
think
split
it's
second
him
on my phone. If you play it now,
I think his voice is more high pitched. More high pitched.
He's got the same. It's so creepy.
And he don't even have
I
the,
didn't think he was guilty.
he don't have the same cadence.
He
and he
does.
Don't have the same pitch.
Play it right now.
I ain't playing it right now. I'm not play, we're going to share this video of his confessions right now.
Okay.
All right. Let me share the screen real fast. All right. We'll have some friendly competition after this, and we'll let people call in, and we'll pick. We'll see who it is, and I think I'm better. Okay.
Wait, I was listening to this. Look, well, I was listening to this yesterday, right? and I didn't have my earbuds in, and I had paused whatever I was watching on Netflix. Probably This Is Us, because I'm almost done with the series. But I was listening to this, and my son walked in, and he was walking out, and Jimmy was like, "I'm better." And so I busted out laughing. It was the cutest thing. Y'all had to be there. But I laughed too. Like, we both LOL'd and real, LOL'd and IRL, whatever. Y'all millennial, whatever.
Where's the baby? Where's the
You'd
baby?
never admit it, and I wouldn't want to show you up anyway. I'd let you win.
No, you would.
Yes, I
Don't even
would.
start now.
Yeah, I
Now
would.
you would let me win.
Because
Y'all
you would
see this
never
chat
live it
room?
down. I wouldn't make
Y'all
you look
see
like
this?
an idiot. I wouldn't want to make you look stupid.
You would.
Now, she say that I wouldn't want to make you look stupid, but why would that be the first reason that come to her mind, or why she wouldn't want to wouldn't want to prove her point? She was trying to prove the point so hard not even a minute ago. But now she gonna just let him have his way? That don't make sense. That don't that don't connect. That don't connect at all.
It make me look stupid. You would just be a better voice, better voice person than me.
It's almost like she hear what people are saying on these internet streets behind the scene, in comment sections and in group chats, and in other people's chats, in their Facebook chat. Don't they got like a Facebook group or something? A Sebastian group or whatever? So it seems like to me she's applying the perception other people have put on her to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna let you in because I don't want you to look stupid," because they already think I'm making you look stupid as is. But she did all that subconsciously. She wasn't conscious of that, what she did. But she did it because she already knew what people were saying. I mean, you're right. Not me. I haven't said that personally. I have very specific complaints and gripes. And you ruining his channel wasn't one of them. I say it's different. I don't say you ruined it though. Shit, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't give me the line. Okay? But y'all still with me? Is this making sense? They don't make much sense at all together. I used to be on the Facebook group. Yeah. I had a spot in the Facebook group, but we no longer friends, so Megs is the mole. So yeah, do with that information what you will. But yeah, I stopped caring about the Facebook group a long time ago when it comes to intel on. Is there a fly in here? Intel on here. On her. Them. YouTube. Krama. And I guess this would be Krama too, right? But they're creating Krama between themselves. Oh, can I get an amen? Hey, if you like what I'm giving so far, go ahead and like that video. And subscribe. Turn on all your notifications. Your girl is trying to get to 1K, okay? I'm trying to turn lemons into lemonade, okay? We gonna ride this month till the wheel fall off, okay? So, let's get back to it. We got ways to go.
Hey. Just some friendly competition. All right, let's share the screen.
You didn't even plug my headset in.
It's right there.
And another tell too. Y'all notice when he get ready to say something to her, he holds his hands close to his face, close to his chest, close to his, his chin and shit. You only do that shit when you gotta block a shot, when you gotta block somebody from smacking you or hitting you, or that's a defense reflex. Ooh-wee. Y'all telling on yourself. Y'all don't even know it.
It's not plugged in.
It is plugged in. See? See, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it.
Please hold. Hello, this is a free call from
Ricky.
an inmate at the Indiana Department of Corrections, Westville Correctional Facility.
They got him in prison.
Are you there?
Hey, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, hon. I'm trying to keep this together.
Now I'm gonna pause a lot during this, but I was listening to both them and this call. Richard Allen in there broke up, and this is where it's gonna get real nerd like. So if you're not into some nerdy shit, this might not be, because it's about to get real nerd. Okay, let's get it.
I don't want to upset you anymore. All I want to do is be able to help you. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying anything, but if it gets to a point that it's too much, you just need to call the investigators and tell them to come and get me and bring me to you, and I'll tell them whatever they want me to tell them. Because
See, he'll tell them whatever he wants them to tell them.
I know what he's saying right
So
now.
he's saying, I'll tell them anything they want to hear if it gets too much for you. Right? Like, he don't want them harassing his family. He done told them in the last interview that they done destroyed him on social media and things like that.
That was very empathetic of old Dolly Vision. Mm-hmm.
He sounds like a broken man as he's doing this.
Well, yeah, because at that point he's already been
in prison
and by himself in solitary. At that point, they probably had already injected him with involuntary drugs that he probably didn't need to be on. I'm not denying.
Now, I didn't know that before listening to this live. I did not know that if you have mental health issues and you go to prison, they will, either give you shit to calm you down or whatever they think you should be on, which I guess is a good thing, but it's a bad thing if you didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know how I feel about that. Research for later, not right now.
Look, they can't say he's psychotic and give him psychotic drugs
right.
and then say he's not psychotic.
Right.
Well, then why did you
That's
give
how
him
that works.
those drugs if he wasn't crazy? Which
Exactly.
one is it? Is he crazy or is he not
But
crazy?
they did. That's what's scary is they did. They can't, but they did.
So you
He's
put a
in
man
prison
on
now.
drugs and he confesses to a crime. Would he have confessed if he wasn't on
No,
drugs?
because he didn't while he was being interrogated.
That's what I'm saying. So now he's under the influence of these psychomedicines that like he's crazy, and now he's saying things he wouldn't have said when
Psychotropics. Psychomat. Psychotropics, man.
he was not under the influence of drugs. They put the stuff in his Kool-Aid. There you go.
No, they injected him.
Or antipsychotics. Either or. Both psychotropics have been, used in clinical trials like psilocybin, mushrooms. They've been used microdosing in clinical trials. So that's available now too. But this would be a level of antipsychotics.
With it.
Yeah.
Involuntary.
whatever it is they want me to say, I'll just say it.
No.
So I want to be able to make this stand for people. And for everybody else that's hurting because of this. I love you too much.
And I know y'all can't hear Richard Allen that good because it's sped up, but he was broke in this. So, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to analyze this trauma relationship right here.
And every time I talk to you, I feel like it's going to be the last time I get to talk to you.
I know.
Y'all see that? I didn't see that before. But as soon as she get on her phone, his eyes cut towards her just to kind of see. See? That's some self-conscious doubt right there. Because if you were sure and if you were solid, your eyes wouldn't cut over to see what she's doing on her phone. Mm-hmm.
I wish I could hug you.
I can't explain what's been going on.
Oh.
I don't want you to worry about me.
Yeah.
I'm a man and I'll take care of myself, but I'm worried about you. And that's all I do is worry about you. So, and you let everybody else know how much I love both you.
You need to hang in there, honey, okay?
Huh?
You need to just hang in there because they're going to get you an attorney soon, okay?
Will you just let everybody know how much I love?
Of course I will. They already know, hon. They all know.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Nobody loves me anymore.
Stop. That's not true.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Not true. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You know, and if he's getting anxiety for the first time, because that's what it sounds like to me. He don't know how to regulate his breathing. Man, I wouldn't wish jail or prison on nobody.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know what you told me. I know what you told me, and I believe you.
Yes.
I just, knowing I'm never going to see you again, or at least it feels that way. I'm just saying, if it gets too hard, just tell them to come and get me and bring me to see you, and I'll tell them whatever they want me to say.
No. Okay.
See, he's so broken at this point, he's willing to say, hey, I did it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, he's sitting there crying. He sounds destroyed.
Oh, wait. What happened? I thought you said he did it. You were so sure. What happened? That Dolly Vision power of persuasion. I think it kicked in right about now.
They done been, treating him like terrible inside the prison. They've been making him take medicines that he wouldn't have took on the streets.
He still sounds sane here, but
and when you read the side effects of some of the medicines, it's depression,
terrible, and it doesn't go away. It's permanent.
Psychosis and depression and things like this. You hear the man.
Stuff he was given was no longer
psychosis, suicidal ideation, hallucinations, all that. Accelerated heart rate, all that.
Given to people on the street.
He's crying. He's saying he'll say anything they want him to say. He just sounds like a broken man to me. Now, I know there's people in here that think he's absolutely guilty, and you have the right to think he's guilty.
I after what I listened to and how he comes up in the very beginning and how he's very, he even says, like, I'm no saint. And
well, nobody's a saint. I'm not a saint. That don't mean I killed 2 little girls, right?
Mm-hmm. She's adjusting her position and ready for war. She didn't like the taste of that. Someone or him not agreeing with her. But subconsciously, what we have here is him trying to subconsciously or tell her without telling her, this could be me. Like, how can you be so sure? Because this could happen to me. Look at all that's been said on YouTube about me. This could be me. Do I look like a killer?
I can't.
Nobody.
That voice sounds like
it goes into he cast the first stone. Nobody's perfect, right? Who's without sin? Everybody has done something bad in their life,
but
so
that's just something.
I mean, I say that all the time up here on YouTube. I'm not a saint.
That's different.
I just try to be a decent person.
Right place at the right time for a murder.
How is that different? That's not different. It's not different.
Yeah, I've been at places murders occurred. I watched a dude get stabbed to death.
Yeah, but
I was there.
Ooh, she don't. I'll say it again, and I've said it before. When it comes to Jimmy's past, she don't even want him reminiscing, reflecting. She don't even. If she could erase everything prior to December 5th, she would. Or whenever she met him, she would erase it. She don't like it when he bring up what he, and she don't like how it looked either, because it make him look like accessory after the fact. But he cool. It's past the statute of limitations. He cool. The man is what, damn near 51. He cool, girl. He cool.
Different, still different.
So I've been at the scene of a murder.
Well,
You know why a murder was taking place. So just what if somebody would have blamed me then for murdering somebody that I had nothing to do with while I was sitting on a couch, minding my own business, talking to my friends? A fight
you would
breaks
have
out
never
and dude
gone
gets
in
stabbed to
freaking
death.
written your name that you would have been there. But the fact that his wife made him come tell everybody that he was there, then he didn't even tell his wife that he was actually on the bridge. Then she finds out
No,
later, 5
matter
years
of fact,
later.
when I was a teenager and that murder happened, I jumped up and fucking ran. Me and my friend Vaughn did. Okay, we got the hell out of Dodge.
She giving him some sideways looks, bro. She giving him some sideways looks.
Luckily, there was other witnesses to the murder, but our instinct was, let's go. Soon as it was done, and the dude was laying there dead, and dude had a knife in his hand, we ran. I mean, we ran. We got the hell up out of there. We don't want to be. But see, we didn't know the people that good, and I didn't want to get stabbed.
Right, and it's also like fight or flight too, because your adrenaline's pumping. You're like, oh shit! It's like, so you're in survival mode. You know, when traumatic things happen like that. And plus, they probably had a few beers or whatever. So, your judgment is off. So, ain't nothing wrong with what he's saying. She just worried about how it looked.
You know?
Yeah.
I didn't watch one person lose their life. And I was like, hell no, I'm getting the hell up out of here. But if you would have, the police would blame me, just say they blamed me and my friend that ran. We ran because we were scared. But I would have been like, listen, I didn't do this, I ain't no saint, but I didn't stab this guy. I don't even know him, So, and that just happened.
Right. And that goes back to his prior point. Not everyone that's accused of something automatically jumps to get a lawyer. They want to explain and they want to defend themselves first. The first thought is defense. It's not, may I speak to my attorney? Only when you guilty, that's when it's the first question. I would like to have my attorney, please. Where were you? I would like to have my attorney, please. See, when you guilty, that's the first thing you say. Not when you innocent, you trying to prove it. Always.
At a party I was at, I was sitting on the couch. Me and my friends were sitting on the couch. We were all talking, and these two dudes started fighting with each other. Next thing you know, one pulled out a knife and stabbed a guy. So, and it was like, you see people die in the movies. It's nothing like watching somebody really die in real life. It was one stab. The dude got stabbed one time, and he got stabbed in the stomach.
Exactly.
And he walks out the door. He sits in his car. I'll never forget this. He lights up a cigarette. He hits the cigarette like once or twice. And
she reading something in the chat, rolling her eyes. Oh, what? Do they not have a chat up here? Okay, let me see. Not sure. I wasn't watching the chat when I went over this twice. Okay. Maybe.
And then he just falls out the car, dead, right on the ground, right there. Didn't move, unconscious, just done. But he hit that cigarette like twice and then just fell right out the car. So he was laying beside the car when he died, but he was actually stabbed in the apartment we were in. It was like about 50, 60 people in this little small ass apartment. And a fight broke out, and that's how it ended. And so, I mean, you can be somewhere at the scene of a murder and not have done anything, or maybe not even have seen it. If we would have been in the other room, I wouldn't even have seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I just happened to be sitting on the couch, and that they were walking towards the door arguing like they were going to go outside and fight. And then it never made it outside. So just because he was there, don't mean he had anything to do with the killings. Is all I'm trying to explain. A long story short.
We got it.
Okay?
Mm.
I don't need you to try and be strong.
That was a little uncomfortable transition.
You need to be weak. You need to be held. You take care of yourself, okay?
Chores look different with Cox Multi-Cake
Wow,
Speeds.
wow, wow. Oh, it's gonna get good. It's about to get good here in a minute.
Okay? I know. But you need to get the help you need. I can't help you. I can't tell you anything that's going to make you feel better. So please just make sure if you need Mom or Brett or anybody that you're going to them, don't wait. Did you go back to work?
No,
Okay.
they don't want me there.
They don't?
They're afraid for me.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. They're afraid for me and they're afraid for themselves, so
Okay.
let's do the best
I
I can.
understand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, baby.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I'm sorry, baby. Just one more thing I fucked up for you. I just love you so much, babe.
I love you too, honey.
Okay? I'm not gonna keep calling.
No,
I wish I could see. I wish I could see you, babe. You don't know what I'd give to see you just one more time. Because I don't know what I'm gonna make it. But you just know that if anything happens, I'll see you in the next lifetime. I swear I will, okay?
Oh, see, he going through it in there.
Okay. You take care of the family for me. I love you all.
I love you.
And look, just because people are criminals, you know, from petty crimes to the most extreme, like murder, doesn't mean as citizens of Earth, we have to not have empathy for criminals. I don't know when that became, because if we don't have empathy for criminals, then that's almost making us just as unempathetic as the criminal. You know what I mean? Because without empathy, you know, it are traits of like sociopathy, psychopath, you know? So never be ashamed to have empathy. I'm going to get off my soapbox.
Okay. Bye-bye. It's good to hear your voice.
I love you
Bye.
too.
Okay. It's going to cut us off here.
Okay, I love
Okay.
you. Okay.
I love you.
I love you, honey.
I love you. I'll hold on.
Well,
for
I
using
love you.
GTA.
Okay, so there's the first call. To me, that call right there sounds like a broken man that's just losing his shit.
Yep.
I'm not a kind person, I guess. I just feel like he feels sorry.
Why do you do that? Why she do that? Why she played, oh, I'm not a kind person, I guess. You can be a kind person, you just don't have empathy for this person because you have an opinion. You have a set opinion for whatever reason. And you can't separate your mind from your own opinion to see the other side. That's not critical thinking at all. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry for himself. He's at a point where he got caught. And I didn't feel like this as of this morning. Like literally before I heard the two voices together, I didn't think he did it. I still don't think he did it by himself. But with what I listened to in the freaking interviews and now with this phone call, he's basically asking like, oh, I messed this up again. What, or like another thing I messed up for you. Is that what he said? Like, what else did he mess up?
Well, I mean, he could be talking about, you know, just anything in general. But to me, he sounds like he's slowly losing his shit. And I mean, I don't know if you've ever been locked in a cage, but
I haven't. So
it sucks.
Sure
It's miserable. And you sit there and you fight your own demons. And let me tell you.
And he's saying that to her because he has been in jail and he has had to fight his own demon. So the fact that she's not picking up on what he's trying to put down, it's like he's trying to be real with her and get her to see from, what if this was me, babe? What if this was me? You know? but she's stuck in her way that she don't want to see the other opinion.
Everybody has a lot of demons. You would think you just destroy one demon.
I mean,
but as soon as you do, another one
That's why I
pops.
would never do nothing bad,
Another one just pops up. You all you have is what's your thoughts. And
that's another thing. Why?
Pause. See, and she a little judgmental too. Sometimes it's not about doing something bad. Sometimes it's being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes even being the wrong person or the wrong skin color at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know? You don't have to do nothing. You can just get caught up.
Why is it that he tried to put a gun in his mouth and take his own life after the murders?
One thing about
it's just so many.
You ever heard of cabin fever?
Yes,
it's a real thing. Cabin fever is absolutely a real thing. If you lock a man in a room in solitary by himself, he will lose his mind.
But he wasn't when you say solitary, that to me means like you don't have anyone saying hello to you every day. He had contact with human life.
No. If you're in solitary confinement, you're in, what is it, like an 8x8, 8x7, 10x8, whatever, right? Cell. This cell don't have the same type of mats that you would have in general pop. These mats somehow are thinner than the ones in general population. You don't have no sheets or nothing for the bed. It's just a blanket. And it's not even the same softness of blanket that's in general pop. Secondly, you don't get as good as food as you do in general pop. Third, sometimes, depending on who is in solitary confinement, like in that wing of it, because there's several cells, so it depends on who's there, they'll keep the lights on for 24 hours. So you gotta sleep with the light on. You know? And there's no windows in solitary confinement. There's no natural light. So it's fluorescent light, piss poor accommodations, like food, place to sleep. Sometimes even the toilet don't work, yeah. And then only access you have to the outside world, and the outside world being the prison, is see people walk past that window. Or a guard handing you your food. You know. Or, I don't even know, maybe they take you out for like an hour on the yard. So, for that, you see the guard, but it ain't no people saying hi to you every day. Girl, you need to watch some prison movies or something. I don't know. I don't think you know.
On a daily basis.
Second don't mean nothing. A second don't mean nothing.
I agree it was cruel, and I don't think he should have been there, and that shouldn't have happened to him. But
I've been in jail, and I would go around when I was a juice man in jail, and I would go around to the solitary cells, which are cells where you're locked in by yourself. I've seen some of the most craziest stuff of people acting crazy, beating their heads on walls,
I've been
smearing shit on walls, throwing piss on people.
Like.
I mean, yeah, but this ain't the psych ward. This is jail.
Right.
This ain't where they house.
Because in the psych ward, the difference is in the psych ward, if you smear shit on the wall, somebody will come, clean you up, give you some meds, put you back in a clean environment, clean your environment, and then put you back in your clean environment. They will correct it for you when they give you some more meds. But in solitary confinement, they let you sit in your shit. They let you, whatever you do, whatever you fuck up, they let you sit there in it until it becomes a problem for, the other inmates in solitary. He trying to school her, but she ain't wrapping it around.
Crazy. These are when they got there, they were normal. By the time,
all of them were normal when they got there.
Well, criminals. I mean, as normal as you can be and be a criminal. But once they're locked in a box for 6 months by themselves, they start to talk to fucking
I believe-
roaches on the floor.
Yeah, I believe
And
that.
they're holding conversations with themselves, talking to themselves. You know, you ever heard that saying it's okay to talk to yourself, but you shouldn't be answering
Yeah.
yourself? Well, these people are answering themselves.
Right, because they've got nobody there.
Because they have nobody.
Right.
And you will lose your mind. They made the movie The Shining over it. And basically, it's cabin fever. He went crazy and killed his family. Right? Because they were boxed in without no outside.
How can that be like, that seems inhumane, especially for someone that hadn't even had a trial up until this point. Like let's say he was not convicted and he would have gotten to go home. He would never be right after that. Like, it's like he's never going to be free after this.
Oh no. I mean, the mental damage that's been done to him has already been done. Yeah. You're talking years of going to shrinks and trying to get therapists and all kinds of stuff just to get back to the normal state that he was in.
And you know, at some point he's going to bring up MK Ultra. Not only MK Ultra, but there's a psychological technique that they used to use, and it's called fracturing, mental fracturing. And it's where you take a seemingly normal person and you deprive them of normal stimulation. You isolate them. And you can fracture the mind like a broken mirror. And what that does is, just like a mirror, you have a reflection, your identity. But after going through the mental loops, you become a cracked mirror at first. And until it becomes a broken mirror. But see, with a cracked mirror, you might have like 2 sides of the crack, you know, maybe 3 sides of the crack. But if the whole mirror breaks, then you have multiple cracks. And it's not just a crack in identity, but it's also a crack in that person's personality. This is how, if you study the occult and you study what MK Ultra is used for, like celebrities, and they depict it in music videos. The fracturing of the mind brings about different personalities, and it also can contribute to mental health disorders like DID, multiple personalities. It's seen all over. Think about Nicki Minaj and Roman. You know, you have Marshall Mathers, Eminem, Slim Shady. You didn't picture 3 different people. You're picturing Marshall Mathers, Eminem, Slim Shady. The image doesn't, the identity doesn't change, but the personality, the mind is fractured. Okay? Brainwashing is a part of that too, when you get into dark psychology.
In his very first interviews. Yeah. Like, it is inhumane and there's laws against it, and they were violating his constitutional rights. This man should have never been in prison.
Right.
Right? Not until he was convicted.
They're saying it was for his safety.
It wasn't for his safety. It was to torture him, to break him down and make him do whatever they want him to do. Okay. If you refuse to do something in a jail, they have something for you. Right.
One of the calls that you're going to hear now, or like coming up, you could, it almost, you know how his attorneys filed that paperwork where they stated that he was being forced to make phone calls and tell him that he did it and all that other stuff. You could almost, like, it almost fits, because when he hangs up, he says something and it almost sounds like he says, "There, I did it," or something like that.
Yeah, I mean.
So it's like, I believe it, but I'm telling you, to me, the voice sounds identical.
Yeah, I heard the voices, and I gotta disagree with you. We just going to agree to disagree on that one.
Right.
I don't think it's him. I think the cadence is different, and I think the pitch of his voice is different.
You heard it from my phone, though. You never actually listened to it, like, with the
I've heard him. I've heard him. I've listened to him.
Back?
I listened to him talk for 2 hours last night.
I listened to. They got him to say the exact phrase.
I heard the exact phrase. I heard the call, and I still disagree.
I think you just don't want him to be guilty.
I don't care if he's guilty or not. I don't know the man. Okay, I don't know the man. I just think that they railroaded in him.
Does you think he's trying to be best friends with Richard Allen? Child. A whole mess.
There's more evidence against Keegan Klein than there is against this dude. There's more circumstantial evidence against Ron Logan than this man.
And someone in chat said that Ron Logan confessed while he was in jail.
That's what I'm saying. So you got all these people
crazy.
confessing, and you got more evidence on other people than you do this man. And then you got this man in a prison cell, and you're giving him drugs, and then he confesses. His confession means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Well, the confession should be invalid, you know, based on drug-induced mental insanity. You know, I'm not an attorney, but, you know, Sierra Esquire over here.
You know, and it's easy for people to say, yeah, but you ain't been in a box by yourself. You know who has been in a box by yourself? Me. Okay.
His voice sounded the same to me. A lot of people think it's him.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, right? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I'm not telling you what to believe, right? I'm not telling you can't think he's guilty. I'm telling you what I think.
I think he's guilty, though. That's my problem.
And sometimes when we are involved or mentally invested in these true crime cases, sometimes we want an answer for the victim so bad that we'll take anything. You know, man gets arrested, man goes to prison, man waiting on trial, and we're just so happy that the victims and the families get closure that we don't, and even probably the family too, they're like, okay, they got them. And because people are always waiting to relax. People are always waiting to let their guard down. Because imagine the people in this town that were, you know, looking over their shoulder, just the average citizen, like, oh, they haven't caught the DELPHI murderer yet. Oh, no. You know, that unsafe feeling. Well, now they proclaim that they got this guy, Richard Allen. You know, so I think that a lot of times we want an ending and closure so bad that we overlook justice because we just want it to be over. We want it to be solved. We want to put that folder in the solved file, you know, and that goes for not just citizens, the police, the investigators, the lawyers, the judge, the court system. Just want to move on to the next case. But it's not always that simple if you're looking for true justice.
Problem, because there's no way he did that all by himself in the time frame. It just doesn't add up.
I know he didn't do it by himself because he didn't do it.
I don't know.
He didn't do it. He's not even as big as the bridge guy.
What did you get to the part in the interrogation when they showed him the picture and they were like, "This is you"? He didn't say, "No, that is not me."
Ooh, why did she jump up like that? She jumped up. Why does she detest the fact that he's disagreeing with her so much that it's showing in her subconscious body language and antics? Am I tripping, chat? I might be tripping.
He did not sit there and say, "That is not me."
Oh.
He didn't say
it ain't him, though.
He didn't say it wasn't him.
He did say, he said in the first interview, he goes, "We got witness experts that say that is you." And he goes, "I don't care what your expert says, that ain't me." So he did say,
at one point,
he did say, like, even last night when we watched it, he said it wasn't me. You ain't got pictures of me nowhere, is what he said.
0.5 for Dolly.
Is what he said. So that means he's saying he's not the bridge guy. He goes, "I don't care what your scientists and your evidence points to. I didn't do it."
I mean, it looks exactly like him.
And he didn't have, look, we watch the Next 48 all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does everybody do? They got their arms crossed. They're sitting there like this. They got their damn shirt pulled on their face.
Yeah.
As soon as they walk out there, they're fucking crying. He didn't do any of that.
Yeah, but he had some body language. That to me showed
What, the grabbing the ankle to you is the body language?
He's literally holding on to his ankle for dear life, and he makes movement.
Whoa. Why is she raising her voice to him? He literally right there, girl. He right there. He looking at you for a response. What's the point of raising your... She don't respect him. Or she got selective respect or something. Maybe she choose when she respect them or when she don't. I don't know. I'm just... If this is what they're portraying, I don't think this is a good look. I just... Call me crazy, but I wouldn't want the public to see me raise my voice to my significant other over a case that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know? And I wonder if he feel like sometimes if like a new case come up or if they're watching TV, I wonder if he feel like if I disagree with her, this is going to start a fight. So let me just go with what she say. You know? Just a thought.
It's when a certain part of the conversation gets to a certain point where you could tell he's like, what do you got? Okay. What? And so he's like attentively, you didn't watch it like I did. You got to actually really watch.
I watched it.
Why does he do that? Why does he bring... Let me hit this bowl, y'all. He put his hands up near his face. Like, I watched it. I don't know if he acting or like if he putting on because for YouTube, or he really like doing a subconscious defense flitch. I don't know what you would call it. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him. Y'all know Easter is on 4/20 this year, so there will possibly be a stream for that. I'm sitting here trying to think, do I know where all my Jamaican clothes are? Yeah, I do. Okay, great. Great talk, y'all. Look, if y'all enjoying this so far, don't forget to hit that like, okay? If you're new here and you like the fact that I analyze trauma and I am fluent in trauma lore, subscribe, stick around, stick your notifications on so you know when I'm going to go live, because we are going to get 1K one way or another. All right. Oh, happy early birthday, Mary Jane Dell. Cool. We might have to do a stream for that.
How he's carrying himself.
Thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in to listen to me and PJ fight about the Delphi murders today.
Watch the bridge video. It's clearly all right. He even has the gate.
No, he does not.
No.
It is not this man. This man has been railroaded. He has been, his constitutional rights have been violated.
Matter of fact,
I agree with all that.
Let me help you, Dolly. I got this. Let me help you. Matter of fact, the dude on the bridge had a weird gait. Had a like he had a limp, like his left foot was messed up and he was putting all his weight and on his right foot scooting that left behind him down the hill, So no, I think and does Richard Allen have a limp? Do we have video of Richard Allen walking so we can see his feet? Because if he ain't dragging that left foot, or it might be the right foot, either way, it's like a step and then a drag and then a step and a little drag. Is he ain't putting all his pressure when he stepped forward on one foot, and then he dragged the other foot and then moved forward. But it's so swift, like it's not like left foot step, right foot step, or whatever, vice versa. Y'all follow? Okay.
But I also agree
this
that
is
he
gonna be
was
one
at
of
the
those
place at the
cases
time.
that we see that group. What's that group? The people that get everybody out of prison.
Oh, the Innocence Project.
The Innocent Project will end up picking this up in 20 years from now.
He
If
did
this
what,
man,
like a
if he
hot-
can
a
make
day?
it, he will be released because he's not the Delphi killers.
He's gonna be dead by then.
Let me. How did this
It's
dude
very
know
much
that?
right. It's very much like making a murderer. Like that dude, the Stephen Avery. I can see a Netflix special kind of like that, but about Richard Allen.
That Libby and Abby would be at that bridge. The only person that did that was Keegan Klein.
Well, why did he have a weirdo freaking side burner phone?
Do you have a car?
We about to get into it, y'all. Hey, get in here, get in here, get in here. It's about to get crazy.
Might be.
And then when he got asked if he
Do you need a burner phone to kill some little girl?
No, but who's to say he wasn't talking to Keegan Klein on his burner phone? He didn't want to give them the phone. At first he did, and then he didn't want to. He said he didn't.
Now, Jimmy looks shocked that she's making a big deal about a burner phone. But I'm not shocked that she's making a big deal about a burner phone. Right, Jimmy? Wink, wink, wink. You can't see me winking, but I'm winking. Okay? Let's continue.
What? Nobody looked at the websites that he was on.
Did anything found?
They didn't find that phone.
That incriminates.
That phone was gone. That phone was gone.
I don't think he's guilty. You know what they convicted this man on? An unspent bullet casing. That you know they couldn't get that bullet to do the same thing. You know they couldn't. You know it. I know it. So they're going to convict this man on an unspent bullet casing that they can't even make it do the exact.
It's more than that.
Circumstantial. So nothing. They had nothing on this man.
Circumstantial and hearsay.
I'll continue to give super chats if others join in. Helena, thank you for your super chat.
I bet Helena wants to hear my chat.
She's on the train. That's right. So we hit our goal. PJ's going to tell some jokes, and I'm going to do a.
Oh, Helena, Ahmad over here too? Dang, girl. Dang, PJ got power. Helena snuck up in it, girl. You better watch out. You don't know what Helena got going on. Ooh, girl. She be like, for someone that ran off all these women in the beginning, sure do be keeping the women modded up and close by. I don't understand the logic. Okay, let me hold on. I'm sorry, I had to have a bias moment.
Giveaway, something awesome.
Someone said he can't convict without proof. That's true, but they convicted him.
They did, and that's what I'm saying. It's wrong. They had no evidence that this man did this. What if you was on trial and they had zero evidence against you and you got convicted?
I would be.
This is how innocent. This is how innocent people get put in prison.
I wouldn't have talked that long without.
I don't think she has seen the statistics of that. I will look up. What are the statistics of the innocent people in prison? Oh, they got it separated by year. I don't see a statistic yet. 1 second. Okay, so new report released. Well, that was yesterday, but this is from 2008. Wow. Tens of thousands of innocent people are languishing in prisons across the United States, according to cities studied by the Innocent Project. "33 startling wrongful conviction statistics. Proven innocent people have served more than 23,950 years in prison so far. Out of 100 sentenced to death, 4 are likely innocent, but only 2 get exonerated." There you go. There's the statistics. I'm glad you said it. I didn't say it, girl. Y'all read y'all y'all read the comment. I ain't say it. Okay. Don't come for me. But y'all can read, right? Okay. Got it. Let's continue.
You have to
I would
prove
have
it.
never sat there and let them talk to me the way they talk to him.
Innocent
I
people
would have
don't
never-
instantly ask for a lawyer. Usually innocent people try to
heard
explain to you,
that.
"Hey, I
He
don't have
knew
nothing
he
to
was
do with
getting
it."
hemmed up. While he sat there, he said, "Well, it sounds like you're trying to insinuate that it's me." He still sat there and talked for another hour like an idiot because he thinks he's smarter than them. Look at his face and tell me he don't look.
Why? Is this projection? I think this is projection. Why do I feel like you think you're smarter than everyone else? And so you're going to say that this random dude you don't know that's sitting in prison for a popular case that you just happen to be covering with your current boyfriend, so you think that he thinks he's smarter than everyone else. I think you're projecting your own feelings onto Richard Allen at this point. And that's not fair because you're supposed to be real with yourself, if nobody else. Her.
Look like he's
He
evil.
don't. He
I
don't.
see it.
I don't get it. I get this whole shit. I'm in
The
jail
second that
for
he said
something I ain't
he
do.
told his wife what he said he told her, and she said you didn't. I don't believe him. He's a fucking liar. He thinks he's slick, and he thought he got away with it 5 years later.
I just.
And I think he's in a ring or whatever with Keegan and all them, and they had some sort of.
No,
weird
if you could
hocus
prove
pocus.
that to me, I would say
His
yeah.
phone is gone. You can't.
Okay, well then you can't prove he did it.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
Then why is he in prison?
Because the system is corrupt and they put him there. I don't know.
How can the system be corrupt, but you agree with the system's decision? God. Whew. Pulling these contradictions out is like pulling teeth, boy. How can you sit there and say that, let me go back.
It's like you're trying to insinuate that it's me. He still sat there and talked for another hour like an idiot because he thinks he's smarter than them. Look at his face and tell me he don't look like he's
He don't. He
I
don't.
see it.
I don't get it. I get this whole shit. I'm in
The
jail
second that
for
he
something I
said
ain't
he
do.
told his wife what he said he told her, and she said you didn't. I don't believe him. He's a fucking.
You don't believe him because he lied to his wife. See, here's another psychology moment from Sierra. This is what we call a trauma response. PJ has been traumatized in her own previous marriage. Okay? By her ex-husband walking up and leaving. I don't know the reason. It's probably a woman, but I don't know for sure. Okay? Speculation. Okay? Off the record, Your Honor. But this is a trauma response. She thinks this is where the logic goes in her head. You lied to your wife, you're capable of murder. That's a jump. That's a jump.
fucking liar. He thinks he's slick, and he thought he got away with it 5 years later.
I just.
And I think he's in a ring or whatever with Keegan and all them, and they had some sort of.
Now, if you could prove that to me, I would say
his
yeah.
phone is gone. You can't.
Okay, well, then you can't prove he did it.
I agree.
Then why is he in prison?
Because the system is corrupt and they put him there. I don't know. I don't know.
You
I don't
can
think
have
he
it
should have
both
been in
ways.
prison.
You
No,
can have
exactly.
I want to have it.
Y'all hear that? He said, you can't have it both ways. And she said, I'll have it any way I want to have it. That is... it ain't even that deep, P. It ain't even that deep. But she said that with her chest, though. Jimmy can pick him, boy. This right here ain't no joke.
I just.
And I think he's in a ring or whatever with Keegan and all them, and they had some sort of.
Now, if you could prove that to me, I would say
his
yeah.
phone is gone. You can't.
Okay, well, then you can't prove he did it.
I agree.
Then why is he in prison?
Because the system is corrupt and they put him there. I don't know.
Hold on. It's coming up right here.
I don't know.
You
I don't
can
think
have
he
it
should have
both
been in prison.
ways. You
I
can
can have it however I want to have it.
Mav says, I do see it. Sorry. I don't see the evil in the guy.
You're a
I
bad
see
subject character.
You accuse me of murder and throw me in fucking front of a camera.
You
Look
wouldn't
how
look
I
like
look.
that.
Nobody looks like a killer till you know they're a killer.
Right. So, just know, general public, how many people was in this live? Probably 1K or something. Just know, if you look like a killer, or if you're a little weird, or you got, social awkwardness, then PJ might think you're a killer. FYI. Sorry, not sorry. That's where the logic go for me.
Anybody ever think Ted Bundy was a killer?
I did. He looks like a killer.
I mean, he looks like a killer now that we.
Ted Bundy. Fun fact: all of Ted Bundy's lovers and ex-girlfriends and women he was, fucking around with, they were shocked when they found out that he was the person doing what they were seeing on the news. They were like, oh my God, he was basically, he was so handsome and this and that. They were still like kind of drooling over him a little bit, like reminiscing on him and how he looked. So no, I mean, I don't think Ted Bundy was my type. I gotta go back and look at his outfits and like how he dressed and stuff. But for his face wise, he average, But some of the women, they be into Ted Bundy, so I don't know what. Okay.
We know he's a killer. Look at Bryan KOHBERGER.
He looks like a fucking killer.
I know he looks like a killer, but I'm saying if you would have looked
he looks socially awkward. Like he wasn't exactly popular in his school years and stuff, but he didn't look like a killer, girl. Now that's a stretch.
People knew that he was weird, and they knew there was.
Yeah, but every weird person that you see, do you say he looks like a killer?
No, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like I have boundaries. You don't have boundaries. I have. Yeah. Like if you look like a weirdo, and I have.
What? Did she just tell this man he don't have boundaries? I wish I thought. Even if I thought, now I've been with some men that don't have no boundaries. You want to talk about it? I've been with some men who don't have boundaries, but I would never say that like that in front of 1,000 people. Girl, what? Okay, girl.
Have a vibe about you that's weird and I don't jive with you, you're gone. I'm not associated with people like that. So like if I had a Bryan KOHBERGER in my life,
I don't agree with that either. Cause you jive with everyone until they do some shit that you don't agree with, or they make a move that you don't like or that don't benefit you. Then you get rid of them. but it's not based on vibes, so don't you can miss me with that bullshit. That's straight bullshit. Because you jive with me just fine. And then the only reason we stopped jiving is because, I exposed your ass. So the lie detector detects that's a lie.
It would be like, okay, I got a weird vibe with you. You're not in my life. Like, that's it. That's how I roll.
Yeah, but you couldn't just look at the guy and know he's a killer.
I could tell by having a conversation with him. Yes, I could.
That he's a killer.
That he's a weirdo and something's wrong with him.
I mean, I admit, I think he's guilty. I'm just saying, you could, if you, before the Idaho murders, if you'd have
And
just
I know
looked
I
at
can't
him.
be on a jury. I would never want to be on a jury. I would instantly tell whoever was questioning me that I can't be
Now,
not biased.
Before this, I can show you a picture of somebody that you don't know is a killer. And I could be like, this dude saved 37 people from a bridge accident. And you would go, oh, he looks like a good guy. And then really be like a mass murderer.
No, it would never happen that way. If I had a conversation with a person, I wouldn't. I would know for a fact. How long did it take you to freaking get the whole vibes of the same people that I get vibes off of? It takes you forever. And
What? Why is she trying to convince him that other people that she has a bad vibe off of is a bad vibe? That ain't a thing. That's like me having a friend or significant other, and I'm trying to convince my significant other that there's a bad vibe. I might say they ain't up to no good, or they on, some fuck shit or some bullshit or something like that, but I ain't never gonna be like, I ain't gonna say it, I ain't gonna put it in that context like she put it. It's more like, I would put it to where, like, you'll find out, yeah, keep fucking with them, see what you get, oh, okay, yeah, they cool now, yep, keep fucking with them, see what happens, it's more like that. I don't know, she got a weird way of putting shit. I don't know if that's like a cultural thing or, I don't know.
I'm always right.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Was they about to throw hands? I've been waiting this whole life for this part. Was they about to throw hands? Y'all, was they about to throw hands? Yo. Pete, let me find out that wasn't an infected tooth, that your face really did get busted up. He a little squeamish when he ain't smoking weed. That weed must have made him feel like big dog. That weed must have made him feel like big daddy. Because he a little like Lolo over there trimming and shaking and trembling. He shook the nervous. He's scared he about to get killed for real. I gotta go back.
Before this, I can show you a picture of somebody that you don't know is a killer. And I could be like, this dude saved 37 people from a bridge accident. And you would go, oh, he looks like a good guy. And then really be like a mass murderer.
No, it would never happen that way. If I had a conversation with a person, I wouldn't. I would know for a fact. How long did it take you to freaking get the whole vibes of the same people that I get vibes off of? It takes you forever. And I'm always right.
No, you're not. No,
Tired of settling for therapists that don't click?
You gotta give me an ad right when I'm trying to see something, I'm trying to see.
BJ is all. Don't encourage her, Brad. Don't. That's why she's being all the way she's being.
Vibes of the same people that I get vibes off of. It takes you forever, and I'm always right.
No, you're not.
He Flint. He did that to make her jump, you silly goose. But it looked like they was about to throw hands. Mm-hmm. They're over there playing with y'all emotions, turtles. Y'all falling for this smoke and mirrors. But luckily, y'all got me to go ahead and break it down. As cute as that was, Jimmy, I see what you was trying to do, but you're still holding your hands close to your face. Like you ain't trying to get mollywopped on YouTube Live. Let me find out the heart attack made you soft. That ain't the man I met. Mm-mm. Don't make me light a candle for Barbara up here. Your mama ain't raised no punk now. Okay. I had to give him a little side pep talk. Uh-huh.
No, you're not.
You lost your mind.
I'm a vibe person.
Wow. Wow. Do y'all see this foolery? Y'all see this foolery?
I think I'm a better judge of character.
You're not. I promise you're not. Just play the video.
Just play the video.
But
we're going to.
Just because you don't like someone does not mean that person is poor of character. I cannot like someone or not want to fuck with someone or associate with someone, but I still know they're a good person. The way you said that was like a prejudgment. Like just because you got a problem with them, they got to be a fucked up individual. That's not always the case.
The war, woman. Okay, we're going to war. PJ is all. Don't encourage her, Brad. Don't. That's why she's being all the way she's being right now. She's starting to really believe that stuff.
It's like that medicine you're on. You get all
right here. Look at Honey Dip. Women are always right. Ladies, calm it down now.
Matt will tell you.
Oh. Honey Dip cute. Isn't that interesting, PJ? Why did he pick out Honey Dip in that moment? You're slipping on your pimping.
You about that statin you're on. You're gonna have Alzheimer's soon.
I am not gonna have no damn Alzheimer's. I know good and well this man is innocent, and if there ain't nobody out there fighting,
you would be willing to bet your life that he's innocent.
Not bet. Did I say bet my life?
I'm saying. Bet your life on true crime stuff, girl. That's too much. That is too much. If this an act, bravo, but I think they really like this. And if they not really like this is a hell of a thing to portray to the internet. I don't know if, I guess kudos on the acting, but it ain't a good look. It didn't do you no favor. It didn't do you no kind of favor. It wasn't flattering or none of that. You put on all that makeup to look silly, to look unsolid, very watery, very squishy. I'm just saying.
I just say about my life. I ain't got a dog in the fight that much.
I know. That's what
I'm gonna bet my life on this guy, right?
I can't say I know for certain either. I just get.
No, you're saying you know for certain. You're saying like this man is a monster, and we don't know. There's no proof.
I don't know. But I can tell you that by the stuff that he said, how he's carrying himself, and how he came in, and the certain things that I see, and how his voice sounds identical to me to the bridge guy. I'm sorry, he's not innocent.
This is what I don't like. I don't like people talking absolutes. Only crazy people talk. I've said this before. Only crazy people speak in absolutes. How do you know the vibe he give off? You've only known about Richard Allen for what? Maybe a year and a half? That's not enough time. And you only know him from what the media shows us of him. So you can't say an absolute like you just sat down and had a visitation with Richard Allen and shit. Like, come on. Only crazy people speak in absolutes. Sorry, not sorry. Crazy people will look you square in your eye and be like, I'm a vampire. Yeah, I'm a vampire. That's why I only come out at night and you never see me in the daytimes because I'm a vampire. Back in before 2020 it was lichens. People was, oh, I'm a lichen. I'm half lichen. Come on now.
Someone is sleeping on the couch tonight is what comment said.
We talk like this all the time. We're passionate.
Yeah,
we're not even arguing. It's
no,
just a conversation.
No, we'll have Mexican after.
Oh, we're not saying you arguing. I don't think nobody is saying you arguing. And you can have a passionate conversation, but I don't feel like y'all are respecting each other's opinions being communicated. You see, I don't think PJ is given a very soft, I hear you, I understand, let me repeat what you said so you know that I heard you correctly. I don't feel like the communication is loving. I feel like y'all are really trying to prove a point to each other and the audience, or I don't know. But it don't seem... Y'all might need to sage. Y'all might need to sage y'all house or something. Sage, get some Palo Santos, and burn some white candles. I know y'all got some wax or something over there because y'all got stuff for the store, right? So just go on, get some white candles and just cleanse, a spiritual bath or something, because this ain't it. Even if this is foreplay, I don't see how. This would make me want to smoke a blunt and go outside to get away from Jimmy. Like, what kind of soap opera shit is this? I'd rather have a script than do this.
It is like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
We battle all the time, right?
It's just fun for me. I don't know why. Like, people think this is arguing and it's bad, but I mean, I like having productive conversation. I can see what you're saying because I felt that way before this morning. But just watching the interrogation and just really watching his movement and the way he carries himself and the things he was saying, the way he just flipped, and all of a sudden the guy was an asshole. Yet he sat there for 3 hours like an idiot.
Okay, so we got a long time. We got Turtle Island night, so we got to.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna jump through this kind of quickly.
That's why I said go ahead and play it.
All right, we got time.
She was on one. He knew it too. He was like, oh, look, we got Turtle Island. We cannot miss the moneymaker of the day. Look, we got about $5,000 to sit on our ass to get. We're not gonna be late for that. I'm pocket watching. I don't know if it's $5,000 or not. I don't know. I don't watch it, but I heard numbers. You know how people talk. I've heard rumors and such that he get about, with views and memberships and all of the things, and super chats and eggs, and he get about $5,000. That's what I heard, child. But I don't know. Y'all go ahead and play the game if you want to. Go ahead and play. Don't bother me none. Shit. But let's not be late for that. He always got his eye on the bottom line, baby.
Time for one more call, and then we got to go to other stuff, because if not, we're not going to get to everything tonight if we don't.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a prepaid debit call from
Ricky. Hey.
Hello?
Good morning.
We're not arguing. Don't even worry. This is how we talk about true crime stuff. Usually when we're not talking about true crime, we get along perfectly fine.
Why is everybody putting up with Adam?
Then do y'all want to be in true crime? Can y'all last in true crime if true crime make y'all talk to each other like that and dismiss each other like that and make have Ivana demasculate him and him effeminate himself? I mean, is true crime worth it? Because y'all might not make it if y'all keep doing true crime for real. It don't look good. I was shocked because I just knew after I watched this live, I just knew. I was like, soon as I get up in the morning, that live is gonna be on members only, and I ain't gotta do shit. I can just watch my show and mind my business, and I ain't gotta do nothing. But then I woke up and checked it, and I was like, they kept that monkey up. I said, well, I'll be dog. Let me listen to it again to make sure I ain't tripping. Because I don't want to come up here and sound silly. Okay. So I had to watch it twice. This is my third time. And I still can't believe what I'm seeing and hearing and witnessing. Because it don't look good. I don't know what to say. I can't. If I was a psychologist, I would write you a script or something. But yikes! This is awkward.
Hear from you. Did you hear from you?
Yeah.
This call is annoying. His mom
Been
echoes.
trying to get a hold of.
His mom echoes the whole time.
You want me to skip past this call?
It's just his mom, and I'm trying to remember what the call's about.
Well, you
No,
can
go
tell.
ahead,
You can tell a lot by somebody how they talk to their mom.
Mhm.
All right, let's
I
do
agree.
it.
It's just annoying. It just echoes the whole time.
With Kathy all morning, but this stupid phone system doesn't seem to be working right about half the time.
It cut us off Friday.
I'm in your head a little bit.
To let you go, and I didn't know how to let you go, and
Well, then you're dreaming stuff again. Okay? That's all it is. You don't be talking about anything on the phone negative like that.
Confess.
Yeah.
Treat him so bad that we make him say what we want him to say. So we give him just anything to treat him better.
But
Right?
what if he also did it?
He had no detail in his whole story, even telling his wife. He couldn't explain to his wife that he did it. Right? He couldn't explain how it happened. He
Why
didn't know how it
tell you he was on
happened.
the bridge?
Why was he giving
Why
false
was he
statements?
going on like the whole story?
The whole thing, he never
sounds just
denied
like
being on the
Ron
bridge.
Logan.
He's originally told the police that
And
he was
because
there.
his wife made him. His wife was there with them watching the news.
Here's a thought. Just my brain turning, right? What if Richard Allen overheard or knew of or had knowledge of what was taken down on the bridge or what was going to happen or had happened on the bridge? And he wanted to go check it out. Like, what if he had some kind of sick, twisted proclivity or interest in that type of environment or scene? And that's how he was there. What if it ain't got nothing to do with he do it? Did he do it or not do it? What if it was already done? But he just wanted to see it. Because, he seemed like I don't know. I guess it's okay to say about a criminal because they're the criminal, not the victim. But Richard Allen seemed like a freak. I ain't even gonna hold you. Just the way he was talking to his wife or whatever, girlfriend, wife, whatever was on the jail call. Just something to think about.
Or whatever, and they seen that the police was asking for people who may have been at the scene to come forward in case they may have evidence. He went because his wife made him, basically.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he was willing to do that. If I killed some people and you were sitting there saying, well, go to the police and tell them you were there, I'm gonna be like, I ain't doing nothing.
I know,
shit.
that's why
Or I would lie to you and say I went to the police and never did if I was a killer. Okay.
Right.
Now maybe you don't want to be arguing with me too much. Okay.
Okay, I gotta go pee. So I'm gonna pause it right there. And we're gonna have a little music break. Okay. So y'all can get up and stretch and get some water, and I can go pee, and y'all can jam out. Now I'm gonna have to do some copyright free jank, cause we ain't got time for all that. You ain't gonna let me go like that.
Science can answer everything except the why of the why of the why of the why. Debate still goes on day after day. No one has the answer here.
My bad. It was about to hit y'all with some India Ari. Here you go.
Come on. This how it's going down. You smell it? Yeah, you smell it? Yeah, Don't need the girl around me, true player for real. That's my nigga for real, Let him know. Situation will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebration with the guys I sacrificed. Knew you could not sleep without it being my life. I love you. You were my girl. You see, I thought the world loved you, but you're so steady, baby. Yeah. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, girl, your face is saying why. Tears and eyes. Should've been more smart about it. Should've cherished me. Listening to friends. Now it's leaving. Looking no so reckoning without it. Yeah. I love
I'm back. I'm killing this gum. Okay, let's get back to it.
You're really working your way to the couch.
I am not going to confess to the police that
That's why
I
I said
committed
when
a
you asked
crime.
me at the beginning of the stream, what if this was you? I said you would have never gone to the police to tell them, hey, I was here. Come question me. That's what I said. So
I
rewind the
wouldn't.
stream
If
now,
I
'cause
was
I'm
guilty of
always
something, I
right.
would have been like, babe, I chopped them bitches up and I ain't going to the police. Now, if you tell on me, you gonna be victim number 3. You know?
Ooh. Now you can't tell me. Y'all remember them Dolly victim hoodies? You remember all that shit Missa kicked up over them hoodies? Y'all can't tell me he ain't said that before. I bet you at the height of everything, he looked PJ in the eye. Look, don't fuck with me. Don't piss me off. Because if you do, you about to be victim hoodie number 38. He said that before. Okay? He not about the chopping up. Calm down, Peggy. Not about the chopping up. But he said that a roundabout before. Tell me I'm lying.
I'm saying, I don't know why a guilty person would just stroll into the police station like, hey, here I am.
Because it was 5 years later and he thought he got away with it.
I don't know. I don't think so. How did he know the girls were going to be there?
Yeah.
You know?
He didn't do it by himself. I said that from the very beginning.
Okay. So we'll take calls on this in just 1 minute and we'll hear these people. Now, Lori Vallow, let's get through these few topics real fast.
We're not going to be able to take calls because then you're just going to have the usual 4 people that call you and they're not going to know what we're talking about. I want
the shade. Now, I exposed in my videos the hammer. It's on the Dolly Vision. It's on the Krama playlist, right? So I had exposed that she don't like none of y'all. And she basically just said that. If we take calls, then the same 4 people are gonna come. She's so annoyed with the same 4 people. So please, for the love of everything holy, can we get some new callers so PJ ain't got a bitch? Like, dang, she don't even like the callers, homie. Dang, it's a call. She don't even like y'all. That's so weird. How do y'all feel Are y'all okay? Are y'all all right? Poor turtles. They PJ don't even love them. Damn.
Specific call. I want somebody to call to talk to me about why I believe the voice sounds just like him. I don't think he's fully guilty. I need to be convinced. It's frustrating. And I feel like if we called at the end there, it's just going to be a shitload of just a bunch of nothing. I want to talk about the topic we were talking about.
Okay, well, if we do that, we ain't gonna have time to get through everything. Let's just do a little recap on what's going on with the Lori Vallow stuff. What about Lori Vallow?
I just wanted to cover the Lori Vallow where the freaking lady was up there telling her not to be too full of herself.
Do you want to play it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're gonna jump into.
That was from yesterday, though.
She's super excited about this Lori Vallow, because Lori Vallow is representing herself, and she cross-examines one of her husband's ex-girlfriend, ex-lover, and PJ is over the moon. Like, she's having the best time of her life. She thinks it's the funniest shit in the world. And I'll say it again, this is a trauma response. If you laugh at inappropriate times, okay, that's a sign of trauma response. Look it up. Google it.
Oh.
This is from Lori Vallow yesterday in court, and she was.
So when they go over this, PJ is going to have a very severe trauma response by over laughing.
Cross-examining somebody that her
excessive laughing, like not like she's like the Joker in like the movie The Joker, not like that, but like inappropriate timing. Like she can't separate her own life experiences from what she is watching. If that makes sense. Like when she watches something, she's relating to it on a personal level. She's not separating it as this is a court proceeding. Does that make sense? She's not separating herself from the what's going on in court and the people in court. No matter which way you put it, whether she's going to play Lori Vallow or the girlfriend, either way, she's putting her own personal shit sprinkled with a trauma response onto this trial, on this court proceeding. I don't know if that's healthy, because when I see Lori Vallow, I don't think of, or any interaction Lori Vallow has in the courtroom, I don't apply that. I don't think it's funny or sad or anything. I just want to see it proceed. Due process.
Husband talked to on a dating app, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump into that real fast.
That's made me laugh.
All right, let's share this.
We are not a traditional cafe.
And she says it's going to make her laugh, which is ironic to me, because I don't know. I don't take it that personally to laugh. I just want to hear the evidence and watch the court proceedings go forth. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right. Why is it? Oh, I need to do this.
Nancy Jo, right? Correct. And we have not met before, correct? Okay. And you stated that your husband, or my husband, told you that he was going through a divorce. Is that correct?
My husband.
That's correct. And did you have any way to verify that?
No, I didn't try to verify that.
Okay. So did it surprise you later to find out that we were not in the process of a divorce?
Charles was in the process of a divorce.
He was not in the process.
Yes,
of a
he
divorce.
was.
Did it surprise you to find that out? You've seen it all on TV. We're not getting divorced.
Okay.
Bitch, you were cheating. What is she talking about?
So on the way.
I vaguely remember the details about the Lori Vallow. I know it was I know Lori Vallow thinks she's like Jesus with a second coming or Mary Magdalene or something. And there's a religious connotation to the Lori Vallow case. And I know that her kids were missing, but then they later found them, I believe. I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping up. But I do remember Lori Vallow's infidelity. But it's like I didn't care enough to have a response to laugh or to feel no ways. Like that was kind of irrelevant. Like they could have left that out and I still would have thought she was crazy as hell. I still would have been like, damn. You know? It wouldn't have changed my opinion or what I think should happen, right?
Website that you met him, did he say he was divorced?
I'm not certain.
Would you have gone on a date with him if he would have said he was married?
If I would have realized how married he still was, maybe not. But
her eyes are darting, boy. This is the first time I've seen it this up close because I've been watching it on my phone. But her eyes are going. Jesus. Take the whole car, not just the wheel.
I just met for dinner. I wasn't sleeping with him or anything.
Do you go on dates with married men?
Do you?
Naturally?
She is giddy. Giddy. And he's smiling because he know why she's so giddy. Because PJ's been in this situation before, really. This is the new woman, and this is the ex-wife for her husband. Sounds like a familiar situation, right, P? P, I think you need some therapy. Cause this ain't normal or a good look, to be honest. If I was a friend, I would tell you that, but I don't know if you have friends because they obviously ain't tell you.
I'm going to also object under 611 for harassment.
All right.
Look at this judge.
Your Honor, do I not have a right to cross-examine this witness for what she has already testified to?
You can cross-examine her about what she testified to.
Lori Vallow.
It's possible. Anything is possible, you know, with grown adults, you know, anything is possible. It's you know, I can't do shit about it if she did or she didn't, you know what I'm saying? We can just speculate and it don't really matter to me, but it looks like she maybe too much coffee, something got her twerked up a little bit. Cause it shouldn't be. She looked like she watching like Three Stooges or something. Like she watching something like funny, like, you know? And I always thought like court case, like seeing the courtroom was always sad because if you're in a courtroom, something bad had to happen. You know what I mean? Like somebody died, somebody got hurt, there was a fight, some kind of negative energy behind it. You know? So, I don't know.
Hello, thinks she's a lawyer, don't she? Well, maybe she shouldn't have thrown her life away, and she may have been a pretty good attorney. You know, if she would have went into that field of work, you know, you can see she kind of has.
You better not sit up there and compliment Lori Vallow in front of PJ. What are you doing? You about to get okay. Sleep with one eye open. Cause she looking at you like, I know he ain't throwing a compliment to Lori Vallow. She didn't even like that. And you was talking about her career, not her appearance. You was talking about what she could have done with her life. But PJ don't want you to speak nothing positive towards her. Or any female for real. Everybody know that.
Puzzled, and I guess as a defense attorney, that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
right? But coming from like a monster,
The
being able to
audacity.
ask you questions, I just don't think that should.
She's like, with my husband, bitch, you were cheating and got married like 2
I
weeks after he
know,
was
I
gone.
know,
Are
and
you-
like, yeah, your husband was trying. He was trying to work it out with her, right? He
That's
thought
yeah.
he thought she had mental health problems.
Crazy. All right, I'm gonna get to the point where he's gonna start talking about the Sebastian Rogers case, and I want you to peep her demeanor change. Okay.
Have some type of fame, right? We're talking about her right now, right? She's so fucking nutty that we're talking about her right now. Okay. 14 months, a little over 14 months, was right around that area. I'm not good with counting over 10. 14 months, a little over. A little recap on the Sebastian Rogers thing. Keep the story alive a little bit. Keep people out there talking about the young man. So February 26th.
So he says Sebastian Rogers, she made a face. And she looking at herself dead in the camera, like she looking dead in the camera. He looking over here some fucking where, trying to think of what he gonna say, and she looking at dead in the camera. This is some girl, I don't know, clip channels. People who don't like her, y'all might want to screenshot this. It's at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds, because this is a crazy ass look right here. This should have been the thumbnail, because this is the look I feel like you want to talk. Weren't we just talking about Ted Bundy and who didn't look like a killer and who did? Okay. Full circle moment. Full circle moment. We was just talking about who look like a killer and who don't. I'm not gonna say it, but y'all thinking it. That's a crazy ass look right there. And she only see herself. She looking at herself like that. Or maybe she not paying attention to herself. I don't know. But she only see herself in the chat moving. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's a panel or nothing. Weird.
2024, a young man goes missing out in Hendersonville. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, right? We're going on what, 14 months? Has it been that long? 14 months, a little over 14 months.
She playing with her hair and rolling her eyes. She don't want to talk about this.
So right around that area. I'm not good with counting over 10, so because I only got 10 fingers. But no sign, no word of this young man. We've seen the whole case be turned into a complete circus, right? We've seen fake searchers. We've seen fake.
Why is PJ staring into my soul right now? What? Why is PJ, why you looking at me? You like looking through me. What is going on? What is she thinking about? Woo-wee. I know what outro song I'm gonna play. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go look up the outro song right now. She is looking at that camera, boy. Oh God. Girl. I don't even know if I still have that playlist. Wait. Okay, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's see if she straightened her face out, okay? If you made it this far in the live, I appreciate you for being here. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. You know, turn on all your notifications, child. Because we trying to get to 1K. Not to be monetized, but so we can have some credibility on these YouTube streets. I'm trying to roll with the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, Let's hear that.
Child advocates. We've seen people making up things on the internet. We've seen a little bit of everything that could be seen in this case, and still nothing, not a sight, not a clue, nothing has came out in the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. Like I said, he went missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, which is about 45 minutes outside of.
She checked out, and he know it because he keep looking over there like
Nashville. Not the middle of nowhere. A lot of people think, Hendersonville is in the middle of nowhere, but it's really not. It's pretty populated. It's not Nashville, of course. It's not,
It's not Kingsport either.
Yeah, but it's not the hollers of Tennessee. There's a big difference.
How do you know when it's time to end a relationship?
Oh, what is that? Was that confirmation from the universe? Can I go back? I can't even rewind it. I think that was confirmation from the universe. We're gonna let it slide. It could have been just a coincidence.
Populated area. And he went missing from a really nice neighborhood where houses range from, I would say $700,000 to at least $1.5 million homes. Okay. And just in the middle of the night, just vanishes. Okay. Just absolutely vanishes. Everybody has their suspicions that the parents are somehow involved, the mother and the stepfather. Everybody believes that the father had nothing to do with it. Okay. Which would have been Seth Rogers. And it looks like
Jimmy eyes ain't moving like that. Jimmy eyes, it looked like he just thinking. Like bullet points, the story, recapping. She all over the place. Ooh-wee. Ooh, the train has left the building.
Rogers had a really great alibi that he was at work. Like an hour and a half.
And she had the nerve to call PCT Bunny Boiler crazy. Girl, that was projection. You projected that onto her. You was subconsciously, somebody must have said that to you. And you repeated it to PCT. Or you said it behind her back. However which way it went. Probably both. But someone must have said that about you. And you projected it back on. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I mean? Girl, go to therapy. It's okay. You're a little late. You're just a late bloomer, Or read some books or something. Like, they got good, like, help. Girl, side note, squirrel. Even Temu got mental health workbooks, shadow workbooks, anxiety journals, manifestation journals, self-care journal. That'd be a good one. Maybe I need to make you a basket, or you want me to make you a basket and send it to you? I might make you a basket, girl, and send it to you. Stuff that I'll get two, one for me and one for you, and then it'll be just, how about that? How about that? Just to help you out, because it's okay, girl. There's something ain't. The elevator ain't going to the top floor. Okay.
Half away, right? So he was an hour and a half away from the location.
He looking like, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't have a crackhead moment on my life. Look, her pupils is pinpoint. Don't look. He's giving her a telepathic pep talk. Poor Jimmy. Oh no, this has gotta be stressful. This ain't good. That ain't good.
Now, there's no signs of how Sebastian Rogers left this house. There is a bizarre video that shows some lights behind the house, but you really cannot tell what the lights are. No, I'm not going to get into the lights. What I'm saying is, it's a really big nothing burger because the lights, you just see lights.
You can't recreate something that you don't have the exact measurement of.
Oh my God, they still throwing shade at Clue and Cletus and Crabtree and them when they recreated the light. thought that was innovative. I thought that showed effort. I thought that was very intellectually forward. I really did. I was like, wow, what if that somebody would have did that after what happened to Kanika Jenkins? Like somebody could have walked the hallway drunk and see if you could find your way back to 926 or at least the front desk. Like no one's tried that. Like people don't think outside the box like that. I thought it was a good idea. It might not have worked. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. You know, I'm a single mom. I be doing mom stuff. So cleaning and cooking and cooking and cleaning and sleeping and watching TV. Pretty much. In between all the cleaning and cooking I be doing. A lot of cooking, not much cleaning, but a lot of laundry. Laundry takes days. Because I laundry everything, okay? Squirrel, no tea. So, this is a lot. Y'all still with me? Yeah. Definitely gonna look into that. Mm-hmm. I have some sleuths on it. And I might reach out myself. Because I would like to interview him. Mm-hmm. So if y'all want to see that, you know, let him know. Okay.
I never even looked at the
or
first
you
live
just
video.
like it's a light. You know,
Yeah.
we can't tell what the light is. We just
Yeah.
know there's some lights. There are some lights that are outside the house. It could be Sebastian. It could be a neighbor taking out the trash. It could be a lot of things.
We don't even know what time the lights were at.
Yeah, and we don't know exact time frames. There's a lot of people that have been
My
kicking
stomach just made a growly sound, just so you know.
kicking the dead horse of the same light stuff. But is a light a clue? I would say maybe it's possibly that they are a clue. But far as that be the only clue
You're right,
we
the only
really
one.
have in the disappearance, and we don't even know if that's really a solid clue, because if it is a neighbor or if it is lights that are bouncing off of things, we don't really know because there's no way to recreate it. There's
talking shade about the light and the recreation of the lights, and then you keep dropping the word clue. No, that's not scripted at all. I said it.
There's no real solid good video evidence that show anything other than a light. Now you would think in 14 months, if a child was a runaway, he would be seen. He would go to somebody
would have
and
seen
ask
him.
for help or something like that. But the case seems to be that ain't the case. And then we go into this: how would Sebastian have got out the house if something would have happened to him in the house? Some people believe a tragic accident took place in the house, and that would explain the thud that the mother said she heard. But still, the mother would have had to leave the house.
So I'm gonna stop it right there because I'm getting ready to go. But let me wrap this up in a nutshell. I think there's some unresolved trauma on both sides. Her with her previous marriage and him with all he's seen as far as violence and people dying and overdoses and things of that. Okay. I think there's some unresolved trauma here. And I guess trauma bonding is a thing, right? Because I've heard that in the YouTube streets. I don't know if it's like a real psychological thing, but I can see that. But I think they also try to overpower each other. It's not really an equally yoked union. It's a competition. It's a popularity contest. And they're trying to overpower each other. But it's okay to have a little healthy competition, but never to the point where you're demasculating your man, and not the point where he loses confidence and masculinity enough to express it to where he almost seems effeminate. Because then what's going to happen is you're no longer going to be attracted to him because he won't be as masculine as he was when y'all first met. Okay. You ever heard that song by B.B. King? The Thrill Is Gone? Yeah, be careful. Because if you don't heal the traumas between you from before there was a y'all, then hurt people. And he gonna resent you for it. You know. Because his trauma is not linked to another person, it's linked to like other people's bullshit, like violence and overdoses and things like that, bar fights and such. But yours is like domestic, like personal. So it's a little different trauma. But, you know, if you don't feel respected and listened to, and you over here keep thinking your shit don't stink, y'all not gonna be attracted to each other. Because that's not how it started. He was very masculine at first, and you were very much in your feminine, in the background. Let him do his thing. Now, you up here with a 51-year-old man gotta hold his hand every single live. Make that make sense. Why? You scared someone's gonna take him? They can't take him if you there, girl. Child, let me like it. I liked it. I liked the video. I liked it. We're cool. But fair use and all that. But I don't know, guys. I'm rooting for you though. Like, I hope y'all heal y'all shit and make it work. Shit, because it would suck to be 51. You gotta go back on the dating scene. Oh God, that would suck. I mean, I can't talk. I ain't with nobody or nothing like that. But it would just suck at your age, Grandpa. It would just suck. Not so bad for her though, because shit. I think I ain't no tea, no shade. But hey, PJ, I think some of these women, in these chat like you like that. I don't know. Let's be honest. I don't know what's going on. I haven't scissored in many moons. But if my gaydar is calibrated correctly, I think, let me see if I can find the person I think and then y'all can guess. Hold on one second. It was up here somewhere. Hold on. Dang, she ain't typed nothing in a minute. One second, I'm gonna find her. I mean, I started to say something earlier. Anyway, y'all know which one it is. She real generous. I'll say that. She also likes to play on her phone in her car. I'll say that. She kind of look like what's that girl off of Scooby-Doo? Thelma? Is it Thelma? What's the girl off Scooby-Doo with the orange and the bangs? She look like her. Yup. So, let's be honest. Might be a little bit of rainbow power in the chat. Nothing wrong with that. Power to the people. The L, the B, the T, the G, the AI plus, all of it. But shit, I'm a B. Hey. But I'm just letting you know. Anyway, let me stop sharing my screen so I can get my outro. Yes, you better believe it. Yeah, ain't no truer words ever been spoken. Okay? If you know, you know. So, no. No. I'll tell you later. But she look like Thelma though. What is it? Is it? Let me look it up. Hold on. Let me go. Wait. Let me research. Let me look it up. Scooby Doo. Wait. Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? Need some help for you now. Scooby Dooby Doo. Okay. Maybe I need like the cast. Yeah. Let me get the cast. Mm-hmm. 1 second. I think it's Daphne. Is it Daphne? Let me see. Daphne and Velma. Which one's Daphne and which one's Velma? Let me look it up. This is some high ass research right here. Okay. Hope y'all appreciate the high ass research. Let me see. No, Velma. She looked like Velma. She looked like Velma. Yeah. Little Velma over there. I'm about to steal your girl, Jimmy. I'm done. Are y'all ready to jam sandwich? I hope that was respectable enough for the kids. Because, child, I didn't want to do that, but we made it. We made it. Now, time for the outro. Look, if you made it this far, I appreciate everyone for being here, listening to me get this out of my dome piece. Because, child, when it's on my brain, and I gotta get it out. Okay? This is therapy for me too. Okay? No shade. It really is. I'm not a perfect person by a long shot. And you know, we all got our stuff. So as I always say, until the next time,
You got a lovely face. We're going to your place, and now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, getting fucking laid. You want me to stay, but I got to make my way. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Take it all, the paper is your game. You jump in bed with fame, another one not paid in full. You're so fine, it won't be a loss. Cashing in the rocks, just to get you face to face. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep me right on. crazy bitch. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream